Good morning, I'm Mariah Barton. Recently, the Wall Street Journal reported that up to 17% of the average business day is spent in what employees call pointless meetings. At the very least, this is inefficient. Some of you may have already sat through these pointless meetings, such as orientation. Doesn't it seem like the first day of every semester is spent listening to required yet already known information? Today, I want to share with you simple tools and templates so that any meeting that you host is viewed as vital and productive time. These techniques for effective meetings can be divided into what you do, what they do, and what technology does. Effective meetings are dynamic. This is where you bring your energy to the meeting. You ever have a boss that, you just want to kind of strangle a little bit because he's sitting in the back of the classroom going, Bueller, Bueller. No, you want to be that boss that has the late night infomercial, here, buy my vacuum. That's the kind of dynamic that you want to be. Effective meetings are also passionate. Again, this is your responsibility to only discuss things that are important to you and to the team. Passion can be real or fake. You should be passionate about what you're speaking about. You should always have passion about what you're talking about. But sometimes it is an assignment that is handed down to you and you have to fake that passion. Fake it. Effective meetings are also focused. That means that you aim your target at what the audience needs or considers for the audience. Meetings are waste of time and pointless when you get off topic. If what the Wall Street Journal said is true, then this may be the best option to increase productivity. Effective meetings are also engaged. Again, aiming at the audience, you should meet and talk with the audience, not to the audience. People pay attention to things that they like, things that matter. Make sure people join the meeting, not just attend the meeting. Effective meetings are productive, respecting their time as well as your own. It is vital. Effective meetings are also energizing. At the end of the meeting, people should leave ready to go to work. Energy can be contagious as a virus, so go out and infect your employees. Be prepared. Build knowledge base prior to your meeting. Given the appearance of preparedness enhances your credibility. Agendas must be sent out in advance. If you have to update the agenda before the meeting, send it out once again in advance. Attendees should be also prepared. You should give them their information. They should read it before the meeting. They should also bring pen, paper, laptop if you allow it, but remember, those can be distracting. Stay on schedule. Prepare, plan, practice. Very important steps. Develop the right number of visual aids. Each slide should hold enough information without overwhelming the audience. For a 15-minute presentation, you should have about 10 slides, or a minute. A slide is a standard quote. Arrive on time. There's a saying in business, being early is being on time. Being on time is considered being late. In my business, we have lots of meetings. They want us to get the most productivity out of our meetings. So if you're late to a meeting, we have to put $10 in a jar. After being late 5 times and you have 5 meetings or 6 meetings or 15 minutes a week, you're going to start being early for those meetings because those will start adding up. Equipment. Know your equipment before you come. In this room, I came early. I realized that the video camera really doesn't have great lighting. That's why I am standing in a central location. I'm able to walk a couple of feet over for the video cameras to still pick up what I'm doing in the room. Have a backup plan. Technology is meant to fail. That's why we keep on coming up with the newer additions, the 5Cs, the 2.0s. It's going to fail. Have a backup plan for everything. Don't stray from your notes. just try to stay on topic. Keep on what you're gonna do. If you start rambling on, you lose focus and you lose your audience. Ladies, appearance. Your credibility is greatly impacted by your outfit. We should always dress casual business attire or professional business attire. You will notice somebody more if you walk in and they're out of dress code versus if they were in the same outfits or the same like outfits as everybody else in the room. In the movie, Catch Me If You Can, the character convinced people he was a pilot simply by wearing the uniform. If you want to be the boss, dress like the boss. This is an appropriate business attire for a man and a woman in any business presentation. Know your audience. Know that you have visual learners, people who learn by looking. Know that there are people who are listeners. They don't need the pen and the paper. It doesn't mean that they're not taking notes or they're not understanding what you're saying. They just know that they can do it that way. Also know that there's people who are kinesthetic. They have to do it, hands-on. Anticipate potential disasters. I'm using a remote control here for a clicker. It has batteries in it. I brought extra batteries today just in case this one was not working. The company may say they will provide all the things that you need, but just in case, you don't want to be left in the dark. Have an extra USB drive. Send your information to more than one email. Have multiple emails sent to, Dropbox it, iCloud it. There's multiple things out there for these problems because people lose work all the time. Computers fail, you drop your USB in the parking lot and run over it with your car, you drop it in your coffee. Have extra markers, very important. You may be doing your whole presentation on a whiteboard and you get there and they give you a marker and it looks like this. That is bad. If you have your own markers, you don't have to worry about scrounging around for stuff. You already have your marker out and you can see you can get the job done quicker and on task. Remember, always erase information that is no longer pertinent to the next slide in your presentation. Once again, we have extra tablets, laptops, computers, phones now can carry any kind of document that you need to save. Save your work. Always have the extra backup. If you have a friend in the audience, have them have an extra backup for you too. Practice. Practice until you don't need notes. It is very important to practice. You should be able to do it in your sleep, and then you won't have anything to worry about. Anxiety. We all have anxiety. Here's a couple of tricks. Reframe anxiety into excitement. They all feel the same way. When you're at Six Flags and you get on the Titan, you get the sweaty palms and a nervous stomach and the dry throat. But do you say you're having anxiety? No, you're saying you're having fun and it's excitement. So turn your anxiety into excitement. Visual aids. It is very important to have visual aids. Everyone expects you to have a visual aid. Why? We're used to it. It helps keep interest. It also helps understanding. Here's a visual aid. It's a pie chart. I can be talking about this pie chart here. 36% of something is going on here. By the time I get to 42% and 9%, do you remember what I was talking about 36%? Remember to always label your charts and your visual aids appropriately so that they know what you are speaking about throughout the whole time. Laser pointers, very important. I'm using a laser pointer here. It's good because it emphasizes certain points in your presentation. Also remember to number your charts. So if you refer back to one of your charts throughout the meeting, they know which chart you actually are talking about. Remove distractions. Once you're done talking about it, remove it so that they're not sitting there looking at the same thing and looking at what doesn't need to be focused on anymore. Remember, today is all about becoming a better communicator when it comes to your presentation. You've seen how to master technology, consider the audience, and polish your own presentation skills, which lead to productive meetings. In the future, the Wall Street Journal will never write that your employees report spending time in pointless meetings. Thank you. Yeah?
10 minutes, 20.